Okay, 3.1 reflection. This whole chapter, unit, whatever it's called, topic in this textbook is about reflections, rotations, translations, dilations, all that kind of fun stuff. It is important that you're doing the practice every day because it is like a puzzle. We are going to stack these things, but we're going to do them individually first. If you can't do them individually, can you stack them? No. So please do what I ask you to do daily. Okay, a rigid motion is a transformation that preserves, also known as keeps, length, and angle measures or measure. Do you want me to write in something other than black, or is that okay? Okay. So it doesn't change the shape. So a pre-image is pre of the image, yes? It went from here to here and from here to here. Is a rigid motion? Look at your paper. It would be easier to see. Yes. The length and the angles stay the same, yes? On my screen, it kind of squishes it up. So, rigid motion. Mm-hmm. Okay. What about B? No. Not a rigid motion. Can you just say that? No. What do I always ask you? Why? Why do you know?
Because the length and angles change.
Right? You can say because the length and angles change. Well, I don't think the angles might have changed, but definitely the length, right?
Yes.
Or could you say the image is larger than the pre-image? Yes, whatever you would like to say, but you have to say it. Are you good?
Mm-hmm.
My writing on here is so sloppy.
What are you writing?
That is horrible. Okay, am I good? Okay, so a reflection. Oops, I touched it. Oh, it didn't move. Good. A reflection is a transformation that reflects each point of the pre-image across a line of reflection. So you learned never to use the word in the definition of the word. Well, I just used it twice. So I'm going to take this object and reflect it across this line. So it reflects every point over here to make a new image. It's a bad picture, but get my point?
Yeah, I think you twisted it around.
I know, I think I did too. It won't just let me reflect it, which would be nice. Okay, a reflection has two properties. If a point A is on line M, so line M, you see line M on here? Okay, and do you see point A? Which is right here. Is it on the line of reflection?
No.
M is my line of reflection. Is point A on the line of reflection? Yes, it is. That's last hours. So if point A is on the line of reflection, then the images are the same point. And that means A is equal to A prime. So I probably need to distinguish the difference between A and A prime, right?
Yeah.
So triangle A, B, C would be the pre-image. Okay? And then triangle A prime, B prime, C prime would be the image. I have a question. Could A prime, B prime, C prime be the pre-image?
Yeah.
And the other one be the image?
Yeah.
Yep. Okay. The only reason I know that A prime, B prime, C prime is the image is that's how we note change in geometry. We put a prime on it. Okay. If we change it again from there, we'd put a double prime on it. But then if you go into calculus, the prime means derivative, second derivative, and so on. So in math, we use the same thing, but you've got to know where you're at. Does it make sense? Okay. So the second property, if point B is not on line M is the perpendicular bisector of the segment B prime. So we need to review what perpendicular bisector means. Okay, perpendicular means M and B prime meet at a what angle?
90 degrees.
90 degree, right? Bisect means that each piece is cut in half. So if I know the point for B and I know the point for B prime, could I find this point right here?
Yeah.
Because it's called the midpoint, yes? And do you guys know a midpoint formula?
No.
Yeah.
I just didn't think of it.
Okay, so the midpoint, you might want to write it somewhere so you remember. Remember, it's the average. So x1 plus x2 divided by
Y1.
2. Nope,
Oh, wait.
that's...
Now I remember this, and then comma.
And then y1 plus y2 over 2. So if I did the midpoint formula, would I get this x? Would I get that point? Yes. And if I did the midpoint with C and C prime, would I get this?
Yeah.
Yeah? What if I had C and what if I had the midpoint? Could I find C prime? Yes. Because whatever I did to get from C to the X, I'd have to do from the X to C prime. There's a lot of scribbling on there. Okay? So reflections across line M are written. This is how we write a reflection. We use a capital R, stands for reflection. Okay? We put what we're reflecting across little. So we're reflecting across line M. See that? We're reflecting across M, and what are we reflecting? We were reflecting triangle A, B, C. So when you read these, because we'll have translate, what do you think we write for translate? We don't write translate, we write a what? We wrote an R for reflection, we write a T for translate. So when you read those, you'll have to know that that R means reflection. Okay? What are we reflecting across? Line M. What are we reflecting? Triangle ABC. Well, that equals triangle what? A prime,
B prime. And
B
C
prime, C prime. I good? Okay, a reflection is a blank motion. So blank and blank blank are preserved. What?
Rigid.
Rigid. A reflection is a rigid motion. So what and what?
Length. So length and angle.
Length,
And angle.
angle, what? Measure. Or measures, right? Because you're talking about both, right?
No.
Yes.
Yes.
Are preserved, which also means what?
Keeps.
Keeps or just kept?
Yeah.
Because we're past tense here, right? Because preserved, kept. Okay. Reflecting points across the X and Y axis and, I know it's an and, origin. You're going to have to write it at the very bottom down here. If you have room down there, you should. Okay. The reflection of point XY across the x-axis is the point, and I forgot my x and x-axis.
This one says curling.
I don't know. I didn't think I did. Is. Now we got to figure this out. So I want us to think. I know. It's late in the day. We don't want to think, but we got to think. Okay, so here is a y-axis, yes? And here is a x-axis?
Yeah.
Okay? So I take this point right here, whatever it is, and I reflect it right here.
Okay.
What changes about the coordinate?
Negative or positive.
What?
Negative y.
Y, correct? Does the x change at all? No. So if we went from quadrant 1 to quadrant 4, the y would go negative, but what if I went from the bottom to the top? Then it would go positive, right?
Yeah.
So we just say would be x, comma, negative y. Doesn't that tell me to switch the sign? Okay. So if you have a highlighter, or you can do it at home tonight, should you highlight this rule right here?
Yeah.
Yep. Now look how it's written. What's R stand for?
Reflection.
Reflection over what? What's its
Over
x-axis of what
x and y.
equals?
X and negative y.
Do you see how that's read now?
Yes.
Okay. That makes sense, right? Okay. So what now? We got to do the y-axis, right?
Yeah.
So if I take this point here and I reflect it over here,
X is changed.
the x's change, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so a reflection of the point xy across the y-axis is what?
Is
Negative
y
x to y.
comma-
It'd be negative x
Negative x,
to y.
comma y.
Yeah.
Okay, so you just take the point and you make the x negative. If it was negative, you make it what? Positive. Makes sense? Yes? Okay, so to reflect across the origin okay, so we have R of origin of XY.
Oh gosh.
So we got to figure this one out. Okay, let me get another color. Could you, yeah, orange. You can see orange, right? Okay, so if I start up here, so where is the origin? What's origin?
The line.
You know what the origin is?
0, 0.
0, 0. The 0, 0 is the origin, yes? So to reflect across the origin, that would be over here, wouldn't it?
Yes.
So what happened now?
You would make change the whole thing.
You would change both of them, don't you? Because over here I had a negative x, positive y, and now I have a positive x, negative y.
Y. Yeah.
So it's going to be negative x, comma,
Negative y?
negative y.
This is not
So,
hard.
no, it is not. So should you at some point highlight these 3 rules?
Yes.
Yes. You should know them, because if you know them, will it be really easy?
No, it'll be harder.
Always, Kale, always. But if you think about what you're actually doing, do these rules just make sense, don't they?
Yeah. We never get out first when we first start, or which ones we equations.
Okay, am I good to go?
I guess.
I guess. Okay, so we have 4 points. We have a quadrilateral. What is that?
Quadrilateral? I don't know.
No, well, a square is a quadrilateral, but not all quadrilaterals are square. Quad means 4 sides. Okay,
4-sided shape.
yep. Okay, a 4-sided polygon to be exact. So we have this right here. So we have F, G, H, and J. So you need to graph those. And label them. And it says it's a polygon, so do I have to connect them?
Yes.
Yep. If it didn't say it was a polygon, would I connect them?
No.
No.
These lines are horrible.
Oh, sorry. You could not have them at all.
Oh. Okay.
I mean, that's an option, right? Thanks, Mrs. Mick. I love my lines.
No.
Does your shape kind of look like that?
Yeah.
Okay, so we need to do F, G, H, J.
I don't know how. What the heck?
So over here, I'm going to write F in the point. And G. Leave yourself room to do this twice because we're going to add something. Bless you. H.
How is your J?
J. Okay, so it says to reflect this shape over what? What's it say?
The x-axis.
The x-axis, right there, doesn't it?
So just flip it.
Reflect over the x-axis what? F, G, H, J?
Yes.
Yes? So what is my rule for x-axis?
Hang on. The y becomes a negative.
So x, comma, negative y?
Yes.
Okay?
So it becomes
So we're going to have 0, negative 3?
yes.
Oh, that's going to be f prime, right? And g prime is going to be?
2, negative 4.
2, negative 4.
And then 8,
And h prime?
4, negative 2.
And j prime?
Negative 2, 0.
Now, she said that kind of fast. Are you all good with it?
No.
Sorry, Sarah. Do those points make sense? Okay. You're good with it. You're just not good with my speed.
Yeah.
Okay. Good. So now,
I need you to just slow down just a bit.
that's fine. Graph those now that we got them. I'm still waiting for you. So once you write them down, graph them. Does your shape look like this?
Yeah.
Oh, I need to label them, don't I?
Yeah.
Oh, I forgot. So why is J prime and J, right, why are they sharing a point?
Because they're on the x-axis.
Because they're on the x-axis, and that was that first rule, right? If they're on the line of reflection, are they going to be the same point?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay, we're good. Now, I want to do something. I don't have it on here, but I want to reflect. Well, the reflecting over the y is the second one, isn't it?
Yes.
Okay, on same A, I want to reflect over the origin. Of F, G, H, J. So that's going to make, so F was 0, 3, right? G, I'm just rewriting the initial points, guys, so I can see them right next to each other. It will, I promise it will make it easier to do.
You want to do that?
Yep. Okay, this is why I want you to write them down on your paper. If I write them down on my paper and then do my work, am I looking at one spot?
No.
Yes. If I'm looking at my book and my paper, my book and my paper, every time I need to look at, I need to look at this right here 3 times before I can get an answer. Do I have a big chance of going to a different point? Yeah. Okay, so I said origin, so what's that do?
Makes them, if they're a positive, makes them all.
Right, so it's negative x, comma, negative y?
Yes.
So try that one. See what you get. Oh, we got to put a double prime on these. Why do I have to put a double prime?
Because you used a regular prime on the first one.
Yeah, I already used a regular prime, didn't I?
Yes.
So I got to do something else.
What are the...
I think I might have made a mistake, but I don't think so. Okay, did you get 0, negative 3, negative 2, negative 4, negative 4, negative 2, and 2, 0?
Yes.
Okay. So it's kind of getting a little cluttered, so we might not, I don't know, we'll see how it looks. So 0 is negative 3, right? Negative 2, negative 4. Negative 4, negative 2. And 2, 0?
You know, this
What?
making things head hurt. I just don't want to do something wrong.
Did that reflect that around the origin?
Yes.
Yeah.
I think that's the last one we should do for today.
Yeah. Well, no, that's the last one on this one. We're not doing any more on this one.
Okay, good.
But I wanted you to see. I didn't have one for the origin, so I wanted you to see it. Okay. Good?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. So now we're going to reflect it across the y. Do you want to try that one all on your own?
Yes.
Okay. Try it all on your own. I'll start.
Nice.
I'll start 30 seconds after you do.
Okay.
So start by writing the points, right?
Are they still the same things?
Yes, they're still the same points. And tomorrow we're going to do something else on this graph, so don't take up all your space. We're not going to do it today, okay? I don't want City's brains to start like running out of her ears. She's going on overload. Look at your paper. You can see what number it is. My pen, just because my pen bled together. Making fun of my 4, Noah. What? Yes, go.
Wait. Okay, I'm done.
Okay, you ready for me to do it, guys? Oh, I didn't graph. Did you graph?
I am. I already did that part.
Okay. Even the new one?
Yes.
Did you get the right points?
I did.
You didn't?
I did.
Oh, good job.
Oh.
You guys want me to put the original on there?
Wait, I put the original on there.
There we go. I got
I
it.
did not.
So did I get it right?
Yes.
So this is F prime and G prime and H prime and J prime.
Yes.
Questions?
Nope.
Okay, your bottom 2 are also the same thing, but they are triangles. How do I know they're triangles?
Because there's 3.
Because there's 3. And it tells you triangle, right?
Yes.
So I want you to do the next one, and I do want you to do them on your own again. But if you don't want to graph them, that's fine. I want you at least to write your points, okay? So I'm going to give you like a few seconds, 30 seconds, and then I'll start. Okay, you two are back there are being very distracting to me, so I know you're distracting other people's learning. So if you don't want me to move you, then I need you to stop. Oh, shoot.
Did you want us to start with the next one?
Yeah, start the next one.
Next week I'm stuck.
Which one? On the second, on the y-axis or the x-axis?
Why?
So on the y, you make what negative?
The eggs.
Yep.
Which I have those. I just,
Okay, so what's
I don't
sticking?
know.
Did you get unstuck? How'd it go, guys?
I'm good.
Great.
I think you're going to be experts by tomorrow.
Went okay.
You went okay. What'd you struggle with,
I
Kale?
surprisingly understand it.
Nothing? Okay.
Change it?
You just have to follow the rule, right?
Yeah.
So I would honestly advise you to write like this rule up here was x minus y, right?
Yeah.
And on this one, you're going to write negative x and y. Write your rules, okay? Any questions?
Nope.
Okay, you got 3 problems. Good job. Probably don't have